Thousands and thousands of people downtown tonight celebrating the 2016 NBA champions, our Cleveland Cavaliers. They pulled it off at Oracle Arena tonight. What a spectacular game. You couldn't have scripted this one better, Mark.
No, you really couldn't. And again, with the unbelievable statistic of coming back from a 3-1 deficit. And I think that is the only way you could have broken this curse. Now, it would have been better for all of our hearts to just sweep them 4. It would have been so much, but that would have been almost too easy.
What fun would that have been?
No, you're right. That's the only way you can break out from something like that, is to have that pressure of being down. Whether it's in the whole series or individual games, and how many times did we see guys step up? LeBron James in particular, 2 41-point nights, absolutely incredible. A triple-double tonight. Everybody stepping up, everybody doing their job. They all stayed strong, and here we are, NBA champions here tonight.
As I said, it's a Sunday night, and I'm sure most of those people have to be at work tomorrow, but they're not going anywhere.
The parking lots will be a little thin, I think, early tomorrow morning at a lot of workplaces.
All over productivity might be a little down.
Yeah, right, exactly. A lot of people surfing the web and looking for really cool memes from the game from the night before. And this is just absolutely fantastic.
I will admit, I've been in Cleveland now for 10 years, and one of my first introductions to Cleveland sports was 2007. That's when the Tribe was up 3-1, and I said, you know what? I'm going to buy in. I'm going to plant roots here. I'm going to buy in. I'm going to be a Cleveland sports fan, and we all know how that turned out. So this morning, I just felt like this could be setting up for another Cleveland letdown. So the fact that we've gotten this championship, it's awesome. I believe Tony Zarella is.
Tony's ready? All right, let's get back out to
we're ready.
Tony Zarella to give us an idea what's happening outside the Oracle right now. Hey, Tony.
Well, I'm inside Oracle. I was just on the court for the trophy presentation. The Cavaliers, literally, LeBron just carried both trophies to the locker room. Joe Varden of Cleveland.com. And you were tweeting out some interesting notes during the fourth quarter as LeBron did finally get it ratcheted up again offensively.
Yeah, LeBron closed this as a closer would. He cemented his legacy. Obviously, we can get to that in a minute. He scored 11 in the fourth quarter. He had that chase down block of Andre Iguodala. He recorded his 16th playoff triple-double and 7th in his career in the finals. Both of those are second all-time to Magic Johnson. But his legacy is complete. Bringing a championship home to Cleveland is better than anything else that he has done or could do.
Joe, that's what you do. You follow LeBron. You're on top of everything with him. When you saw his emotions on that stage, I mean, he was breaking down. What did it surprise you at all?
No, it doesn't surprise me in the least. I mean, this is something that has been weighing on him. He is very well aware of the history. He has felt it in his heart since he left here in 2010. And one of the reasons he came back was to not right a wrong. He's not sorry for leaving, but to fulfill the promise that he really felt was made when they drafted him all the way back in 2003. You can't write this. This is, we have that saying that's negative in Cleveland. It's called Only in Cleveland, and it's supposed to mean bad things. But only in Cleveland with the first championship in 52 years.
Historic.
Yeah, come with LeBron and come in the biggest comeback in NBA history. No one's ever done it down 3-1.
Joe Varden, great stuff. Cleveland.com. Thanks, man.
Tony.
We are just getting warmed up here. I know you got a lot going on back there in Cleveland. I'm going to try to get you Dan Gilbert, David Griffin, players. We'll be back as soon as we can. Like I said, we could celebrate well into the night tonight.
All right, Tony, I can't wait to see you when you get back to Cleveland.
I was a little concerned I might be able to stay away tonight, but never mind.
You're not going to have a problem.
Mind. I'm good.
We're going to go now to Lydia Aspara. She is there at the Fan Fest that's outside on East 4th Street, I believe. Lydia, that's where you are.
Oh, my.
They're celebrating there.
It's crazy out here. As I predicted, it's the fans at the moment when LeBron made those shots and we knew we were going to win this. They went nuts. Nuts. First of all, walk with me. Walk over here. It was such a party down here. Come over here. You made this such a party tonight.
Yes.
Why?
Because I believe.
But look how you're dressed. Did you know, was all this going to be lucky for the Cavs?
I knew we was going to win. Yeah, I knew we was going to win. Don't care.
He's already got
What makes LeBron James so special? LeBron James, what makes him so special?
Because he's a team player, he's a hard player.
And this was the most incredible night. Just look around. Thousands and thousands of people still out here. This is a party that is never, ever going to end. And I'm so glad to be a part of it. Ramona, I miss you down here. Back to you.
Magic has one right now. Pull up Magic.
All right, Lydia Sparrow there at East 4th Street. You can see the excitement on everyone's face. This is such a great time to be in Cleveland, isn't it?
It really is, and I just did it audibly, but figuratively too. It's an exhale. It really is. It is an exhale, but one that's been decades in the making for so many people. Dan mentioned being in town in 2007. I can remember standing in the tunnel in Florida in the 9th in '97.
Yeah.
Waiting. We're all with the rest of the media. We're all standing there going,
there.
okay, we're going to do this. This is going to happen. And we're all watching that monitor, and the life draining out of people, walking around, looking into the dugout, seeing members of the Cleveland Indians in tears.
I know. I remember I was there. Also 95. What was it? The Atlanta Braves.
Yes.
The heartache that we've suffered, and we were long overdue. We kept saying, we're so overdue. It has to happen for us. And to have the man who, I can't even say arguably, because everyone likes to toss out that word, arguably the best player in the world. He is the best player in the world. And he's from right here in Northeast Ohio, and he brought a championship to this city.
That was his plan.
And it feels so good.
Jeez. But he reminded everybody it wasn't going to be easy. He continued to harp on the fact that nothing was going to be given. It had to be earned. Tonight, Game 7, the world watching, it was earned.
Let's get back down to the queue now. Just outside of the queue, as a matter of fact, Tiffany Tucker is out and about. What's going on, Tiffany?
Guys, it is so loud out here. I can barely hear you. But look, I managed to get a little bit of confetti from the party because it is a party, not for just days, not for just weeks, but I think for years. Look down below. All the people here just having a great time. Can you believe that we are NBA champions? This is outside the queue. I'm actually on the platform near Progressive Field looking down at all the wine and gold. It just looks like a sea of wine and gold ants, if you will. They have been partying. They are so excited. You know, we believed, as you've mentioned, it has been more than 50 years and we've had a sports team bring us home a championship, and tonight is the night. I mean, Cleveland is a city where they support their fans, they live for their fans, they die for their fans, and King James came home, and now he's going to bring us home that championship trophy. People can't wait to see it in person. In fact, people are already flooding into the queue to get their championship t-shirts. There have been hugs, there have been tears, there have been just about everything out here outside the queue. But at the end of the night, we are NBA champions. What a fitting Father's Day present, don't you think?
All right, Tiffany, I just want to let folks know if you are headed down to the celebration downtown. I got a message from the Cleveland firefighters. They said that they're trying to respond to emergencies, and they said people are climbing atop fire trucks and ambulances downtown, and they're asking you to please make room for those responding emergency vehicles. So please don't crowd the streets. If you're out there. Get on the sidewalks, but don't crowd the streets, because we still have to live each and every day, and there are emergencies. People have them, and that will still happen tonight.
And there may even be a few in the crowd, your fellow revelers, and you know, you want them to be happy and healthy and enjoy this celebration here tonight. As just nothing but smiles there downtown. But again, as Ramona said, please take heed for all those emergency responders out there. They're trying to do their job. They want you to have fun too. They're not going to send anybody home. Just enjoy yourself out there and be smart.
It looks like from all the shots that we're getting right now, it's crazy, but as orderly as a situation could be. Yeah, they took over the one police cruiser, but it looks like they've since gotten that back and sustained some order there. So we're all keeping our fingers crossed that tonight people celebrate and continue celebrating all night, but do it in the most orderly of fashion.
And you deserve it, Cleveland. You do.
Yes.
I mean, this is one thing. There are things we work hard. Nothing. What was it in LeBron's letter? Nothing is given. Everything is earned.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Something along those lines. And boy, my gosh, every one of you, whether it's the Cavaliers or walking down over the West 3rd Street when it's minus 20 down to watch the Cleveland Browns or something like that. My gosh. Bless your heart for so many years, and think of all those people, maybe some of those people that were around for the last championship in '64, and now they're up tonight, and they're watching this win.
It was just amazing. I didn't even see the block shot by LeBron. I was in tears, but I said he blocked a shot.
Guys, he summoned some sort of strength that I didn't know if he would have in him at the end of 40-plus minutes in a championship game. When you think about 47 of there's been 48 minutes in the game. He played 47 minutes, and that, to me, again, the play of the game, because they had given up a fast break. It was a 2-on-1. If they score there, Golden State goes up 2. Instead, he rejects it, and it changes everything, changes the course of sports history in Cleveland.
All right, we're going to take a little break, and our live
Clean up
coverage.
some of these champagne flutes.
Guys, I'm
out. We'll be right back.
Darn
Welcome
right,
back.
it's breaking news.
Yes, at Cleveland 19 News. We are chasing a Cleveland championship no more.
Oh, good grief.
Cleveland Cavaliers are the NBA champions.
And they did it in fine fashion with a 3-1 comeback. Absolutely unbelievable. A down 3-1 comeback. Unreal. Dan DeRosa has been over the big board all evening here, checking what's happening on social media. Dan.
And Nike has already put out a tribute video for the city of Cleveland. As we look here, they've put out this video with the hashtag #AlwaysBelieve. It runs about a minute. We've already downloaded it. We want you to see it. Hold your breath. You might want to get the tissues for this. Take a look.
And this team, symbolic the hard work they put in. Wow, it's real.
Yeah, Daddy.
This is bigger than the game of basketball. This is about all of Northeast Ohio, everybody. Whether you come from Lakewood, from Avon, from Menor, Akron, we were with LeBron, we were with Kyrie and JR. We were right there with them. I almost don't know what to say right now. I'm looking at the fans. I don't know if they know what to do. It's been 50 years. Come on, we can celebrate, people. We're the champs.
Absolutely amazing. Nike never disappoints. I'm a little teary-eyed now. They have some great commercials, and you really think back to last year when that season started, and Nike put out that together, hard work. That was one of the best. Thank you for the Kleenex offer. Thank you for the tissue offer.
Now to Dick's Sporting Goods. They are selling those NBA championship memorabilia, T-shirts, and
look at
1,000 people, we understand, are lined up. They can't wait to get their championship T-shirts and caps, and I can't wait to get mine too. Oh my goodness, it feels so good.
Is this Black Friday?
Yeah, no, exactly. Look, oh, that's unreal.
There's going to be no productivity at any office in Northeast Ohio, not just Cleveland, Northeast Ohio.
Shouldn't somebody be able to give us dispensation for work tomorrow? Shouldn't we could get the bishop in on this, and maybe the mayor or something?
They declared a holiday here in the region, a city
it's
holiday.
gotta be something they can do for us.
You would think. And we should mention that Cleveland police say that no more inbound traffic will be allowed into Cleveland. They are trying to shut down the party right now.
Yeah, and I think it's a pretty standard move. Whether it's a championship game or not, in many cases, a lot of the thoroughfares in and out of the city become one way out. So that's what they're doing at this point, making it a little easier. for people to work their way. All right, let's get over to, you heard it yourself, folks. Go to Tony.
All right, Ty Lue, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
I wish you could see, and you're going to see it, fly overnight and see it tomorrow, but I wish you could see how the city of Cleveland is responding to this tonight.
Well, we're bringing it home for the city of Cleveland, the state of Ohio. I told you they stuck by us. I know it was rough at first being down 3-1, but we made history. We've been making history all year, so we're coming back to Cleveland to celebrate.
Ty, how'd you turn the series around?
Just toughness, aggressiveness, being tough, and bringing the physicality defensively. And I thought our guys really did a great job of executing the game plan.
We watched your demeanor throughout this series, and it changed a little bit after Game 4. And you locked down, it looked like, too. I mean, watching you in the pressers, watching you, I think, walk into this building in Game 5. You didn't want that ISO walk with the cameras in front of you. You were all business at that point.
I never want the cameras on me. That's what y'all like. I hate the cameras, but, it's part of the business, part of the game when you're dealing with LeBron on the team. So, I just take it.
How about LeBron James in this series?
Oh, unbelievable. We know what he's capable of doing. He said he wanted to come back and win it for the city of Cleveland. He did it, so we're coming home, baby. Now it's time to party.
I know you're going to party. Let me ask you one more real quick. Kyrie, I know you're going to go. Kyrie Irving, obviously outplayed Steph Curry in this series. The three-point shot that he hit with 53 seconds left.
Unbelievable. And he's been great this whole series and the whole playoffs. And we knew that once he got his legs back, once he came back 100% from his injury, he was going to be great. And Kyrie's been special for us all year. He's been special all playoffs, and that was the biggest shot of his career, that three-point shot.
Go party.
Yes, sir.
Dude, you're awesome. Thanks. All right, Tyronn Lue, head coach of the Cavaliers. I was just going to describe to you because I'm about I would say 50 yards away from the Cavaliers locker room, and it's pandemonium. I mean, there's so much family in there. Mark Schwab is in there as well, and as soon as we can bring some of that stuff to you, we will. But it is a chaotic but wonderful scene here at Oracle Arena, guys.
Absolutely chaotic there, but at some point we'll have to see exactly how quiet. You notice how quiet it is at the Oracle right now?
Oh yeah. We're going to go out to Tiffany Tucker right now. Tiffany, you still outside? Yes.
Well, is this what it feels like? Is this what it feels like to win a championship? Because I've got the confetti flying. It is a real party here. I'm standing actually on the bridge. I can see the Progressive Field, and behind me outside is the queue. There's even confetti on the field at Progressive Field, believe it or not. Take a look behind me. You can see people are still here. They're going to be here for weeks and months. I mean, it is a true party here in Cleveland. When that final buzzer went off, the people in this crowd went absolutely crazy. I mean, there were young children, the young, the old. People were giving high fives, hugs, screaming 2-1-6, we're all in. I mean, this is the moment truly that Cleveland has been waiting for, as far as I can see, for blocks and blocks and blocks. Even filling the parking garages are people that have come here for the watch party outside the queue. And of course, lots of energy inside the queue. People are already starting to buy their NBA championship t-shirts. You can hear them chanting, "Let's go Cavs." Can you hear it? Let's go Cavs. Well, the Cavs went. They're coming back home. King James brought us a championship, and this is what it feels like to be NBA champions right here in Cleveland, Ohio. No more talking about Cleveland bad anymore, right? We've earned it this time.
We
Tiffany
definitely
Tucker.
did.
Wow, absolutely. And I can't. Somebody is going to have to. I know there are going to be photos of LeBron as he was walking out and heading over to the locker room, carrying both the O'Brien Trophy and the MVP trophy. That is absolutely unbelievable.
And again, the Cleveland firefighters are asking you to please respect emergency vehicles. They have tweeted me a picture of people on top of a fire truck, and they really need for you to make way for emergency vehicles. They are trying to do their job. They know you're celebrating. They feel the excitement too, but life goes on, and there are people in distress who need firefighters, they need police officers. So if you block the roads, the emergency vehicles cannot get by. So if you know anyone down there, give them a call on their cell phone. There's the picture right there. And tell them to please move out of the way. There are emergencies happening tonight at 11:32 on a Sunday, and they need to be able to do their job, and they can't if you block the streets.
Well, you can see by that picture there, right behind them was the sign West 6th Street. So it looks like they were toward West 6th and maybe back up towards Superior is where they were, judging by where the buildings were in the background there. So again, everybody's got to do their job. We understand you want to celebrate, and you know, there's nobody watching us down there right now, but don't head down there and add to it.
That also tells you the swath of the region of partying right now. It's all there from the warehouse district down in the flats. I've been seeing pictures on the waterfront, people going crazy on the east and west bank of the flats, now all the way up here towards Gateway.
And we understand Kyrie Irving is headed to the podium in Oracle Arena. Kyrie has been, he had a phenomenal 41-point game.
Yeah.
He just, the moves he was making on the court, and he really outplayed Steph Curry.
Throughout the entire series.
Yeah, he really did. And that was fun to watch. And for a guy like Steph Curry to end up with the MVP of the regular season, I think that put a lot of fire under a lot of guys who feel like they should at least have been in the conversation.
26 points in a Game 7 by Kyrie Irving, someone who before the season started, we never knew if he could handle a situation like this, simply because he sustains the injury last year, played only the first game of the finals, actually played pretty well, but then hobbled the rest of the way. So as you can see now, LeBron's getting ready to make his way up to the podium. You're about to hear a real coronation now.
Yeah, LeBron has netting on his shoulder.
He's got that must be one of the away team net.
Yes.
Doesn't this have to mean more to him than those titles in Miami? I know the first one to break the seal, but this in Cleveland.
Well, especially when the Warriors first came back to town, they said they could still smell the champagne in the locker room. There he is carrying his little daughter. We don't get to see her that much.
Well,
and his two sons there also with him. No sign of Savannah James, but I'm sure she's there to celebrate this huge moment.
Let's take a listen to LeBron.
They don't need them. Like, take them like yours.
Is that a cigar he has?
Yep.
No. You had to go there.
Yep.
Like, what is going on?
I know, right?
First question in the second row on the right.
LeBron, David Barkley, KTSF. First off, congratulations on the win. So this being your third title, there's obviously a lot of footnotes that separate this, but does this championship resonate with you as being a little bit extra special, being that it's for the city of Cleveland, for the state of Ohio where you grew up?
Absolutely. You know, just knowing what our city has been through, Northeast Ohio has been through as far as our sports and everything for the last 50-plus years. You can look back to the Ernest Biner fumble, Elway going 99 yards, to Jose Mesa not being able to close out in the bottom of the ninth. To the Cavs going to the finals. I was on that team in 2007. I was getting swept, and then last year I was losing 4-2, and so many more stories. And our fans, they ride or die, no matter what's been going on, no matter, you know, the Browns, the Indians, the Cavs, and so on, and all the other sports teams, they continue to support us, and for us to be able to end this drought, our fans deserve it. They deserve it, and it was for them.
David on the left.
David Aldridge, TNT. LeBron, I've asked you a couple of times about that, about the notion of what finally winning one would do for yourself and for the city of Cleveland, and also, and especially for Akron. And I just wonder, now that you've accomplished it, you know, is it relief? Is it excitement? What are the emotions?
Well, I mean, yeah, David, you've been harping on it a lot the last couple of weeks, and you know, for me, I'm true to the game, and I know what I bring to the table. And I came back for a reason. I came back to bring a championship to our city. I knew what I was capable of doing. I knew what I learned in the last couple of years that I was gone. And I knew if I had to, when I came back, I knew I had the right ingredients and the right blueprint to help this franchise get back to it, to a place that we've never been. And that's what it was all about, David. I mean, you know, right now it's just excitement. You know, it's not even relief. It's just excitement for us as a team, as a franchise, as a city, as a community, you know, to be able to continue to build up our city, continue to be an inspiration to our city, it means everything, and I'm happy to be a part of it.
LeBron, at 3-1, with them having 2 on their record at home, what do you think turned this series around?
Well, for me, when I came up here after we lost Game 4, at home, I said, hey, listen, we got to take one possession, one game at a time, and we're going to Golden State, so, we got to fly home anyway, so why not have another game? And I believed in that. And my guys believe in me as their leader every single day. I preach to them every single day. I'm their leader, and they allow me to lead those guys every single night, and I was just true to that. I believed, and nobody else believed besides the other 14 guys and our coaching staff and our fans. Just going out and executing and putting things together and making plays, and we was able to do that.
Mike?
And Mike Wise on ESPN. LeBron, when you're sitting on the bench before the game and the national anthem, you seem to be deep in thought. What was really going through your mind at that point?
Just zeroing in on what needs to be done to help us win. Obviously I put the effort into it, but just thinking about the game, thinking about the plays, understanding they're going to make a run, they're a great team, understanding we're gonna make some mistakes, but it's how we come back from it and how we move on to the next possession. And then also just living in the moment. I told my guys before the game, listen, there is a game to be played, but there's not many guys, there's not many teams that get an opportunity to be in the NBA Finals in a Game 7. It's just not. Yeah. And this is my second one, and I'm able to say that I've been victorious twice in Game 7. So I just told the guys, don't take this for granted. Don't take it for granted. Let's go out, and our coaching staff gave us a great plan. And let's go and execute it.
You guys are losing tears there, J.R. Smith. It's a real genuine scene. What comes to your mind? All the people that were for you when you were young. What has happened?
A little bit of everything. I think all the emotions, everything. Obviously, I know what J.R. has been through in his career. People counting him out and saying that he's this, he's that. Not understanding. You can't have that, Mama. That's not yours. You can't have that. That's for Daddy. But just understand what JR's been through, and people just saying that, there's no way he can be a winner, and when our GM came to us last year and said, hey, we got a deal to get Timothy Mozgov and get Iman Shumpert, and the Knicks are going to throw in JR. I was like, what? They're going to throw in JR into the deal? And I was like, okay, I got him. And JR turned himself into not only a huge boost to our team, but he turned himself into a two-way player, both sides of the floor. And I think those emotions came out of JR at the end of those games. Those emotions came out of me just leading 14 guys and understanding, like I said, what our city's been through for the last 50-plus years since Jim Brown. And then also just people just counting me out. Throughout my 13-year career, I've done nothing but be true to the game, give everything I got to the game, put my heart, my blood, sweat, tears to the game, and people still want to doubt what I'm capable of doing. So that was a little icing on the cake, for myself to just let me know that everything I've done, it results in this. And they say hard work pays off, and that's what happened tonight.
Jeff, all the way in the back.
LeBron, Jeff Zilgett, USA Today. What is it about the athlete's mind or your mind that you don't feel that 3-1 is insurmountable, especially against this team and you got to win 2 here. And then the last 3 games, the fire that you maybe play, or were you fueled by anything that happened between you and Draymond and Clay's words to give you extra fire in these 3 games?
Well, at the end of the day, you're down 3-1, and we got to come here. We got to come here and win. We had to win in this building anyways. We only get 3 games at home. So even if we sweep the home series in a 7-game series, we got to win here anyway. So Game 5 was a great opportunity for us to try to seize that. And we came out with a great game plan. Our coaching staff gave us a great game plan, and we was able to send the game back home down 3-2. And, we know our fans. Our fans give us everything, and we was able to give it back to them. And, once we get to a Game 7, I'll take my chances versus anybody, versus any team. You give me 1 game, you give me 48 minutes, I'll take my chances. And, once we got to a Game 7, I was just confident. I knew what I was capable of doing. I knew my guys will allow me to lead them throughout 48 minutes, and they did that.
Up here in the front.
LeBron, right here. Steve Futterman from CBS News. Your story is a bit like a Greek drama. You come to the Cavaliers, a homegrown product. You leave, you come back saying that you want to win for the city. Can you talk about what you want to tell the Cleveland fans, the ones that got mad at you, the ones who never got mad at you, and also right now you're an emotional person. What is going through your heart and mind right now?
What's going through my mind is I'm ready to get back to Cleveland. I can't wait to get off that plane and hold that trophy up and see all our fans at the terminal. You know, IX Jet Center, and I know they're gonna be ready. I'm almost done, but I'm almost done. I promise. So I can't wait to just give the emotion back to them. Looking forward to it. That's all.
And what message do you have for the fans there right now who are watching, who are very happy, and again, the ones who were upset with you, the ones who were never upset with you?
That's yesterday's newspaper. I don't think anybody's reading yesterday's newspaper, so they'll be reading tomorrow. And I'm coming home. I'm coming home with what I said I was going to do.
Joe and Dave, last two in the back.
Joe Varden, Cleveland.com. LeBron, can you even fathom what that parade's going to be like on Wednesday?
Oh, my goodness. It's going to be probably one of the biggest parties. No, I'm sorry, one up. It's going to be the biggest party that Cleveland has ever seen, ever. So if you guys still have a little money left over in your budget, you guys better make a trip to Cleveland and get a little piece of it.
Dave?
LeBron, Dave McMenamin, ESPN. I got two for you. One, I spoke to the people around the team leading up to Game 7, and several people told me there's just a sense of calm emanating from you. What put you in that mind space?
I don't know. I don't know. I can sit up here and say I don't know if it was the Godfather. I don't know if it was Couples Retreat that I watched. I don't know if it was Oceans 11, 12, and 13. I don't know if it was the Revenge of the Nerds that I watched. I don't know. But I was just so like, listen, you've put everything into the game. The game always gives back to people that's true to the game. I've watched it. I know the history of the game. And I was just calm. I was calm. I was focused. I was locked in. And, I don't know. I wish I can tell you exactly what happened, but I had to be calm in order for my 14 guys to allow me to lead them and for those guys to play the way they played. I can't do it by myself. And so that was my mindset. I was confident. I was calm. And, you got to stay low. Like Jay-Z said, you got to stay low and keep firing. And that's exactly what I did.
And finally, you told me when we were walking out in Toronto that if you got 4 more wins, you'd share the secret motivation you alluded to last year.
I'll tell you one-on-one. I tell you one-on-one. Well,
that's fine.
I'll tell you one-on-one. I'll tell you one-on-one. I'm out.
How sweet is that to have his children there on the podium with him? LeBron James, MVP of the finals. We're going to hear from Dan Gilbert. Also coming up, we've got a lot more coverage of the Cavs' big championship win right here on Cleveland 19 News. We'll be right back. All right, we're back with our breaking news tonight. We have been covering the Cavs championship win, the 2016 NBA Finals. It feels so good to say that we are champions. Right now, we're going to listen to some sound from Dan Gilbert, the owner of the Cleveland Cavaliers.
An easy question. How you doing right now?
No, it hasn't. But 52 years is a long time, and I'm just so happy for the fans, the grandparents, the parents, and the great-grandparents, and all these emails, letters you get over the years saying how I was at that 64 game with my grandparents, and now he's gone, but I have my kids and my grandkids, and you know what? It's generational in Cleveland. Nobody deserves it more than the fans there, and words don't express how happy I am for that city. I can't wait to get back there.
To do it the way you guys did, down 3-1 to a 73-win team. Anyone outside of this locker room mostly had you dead and buried, and here you are.
David Griffin said it when we were 3-1. Our general manager, David Griffin, he said, you guys have always played lousy when things were going good, and you should be, but when the chips came down, that's what you do. And said the same thing's going to happen right now. It's the only time you play good is when your back's to the wall, and here we are. So he's like an Nostradamus or something, but plus he's not too bad of a GM, huh?
Not bad.
How great is that guy, man? He pulls some great moves, and I'm proud of him and everybody else. So.
Dan, thanks. Go celebrate.
Thank you.
That's a billionaire wearing ski goggles.
They have done the seemingly impossible. Bring
really
a championship home to Cleveland, Ohio. 52 years.
Absolutely amazing. And as Dan Gilbert just mentioned, GM David Griffin had a lot to do with that, and Tony Zarella has David right now. Tony.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Here with the Cavaliers GM, David Griffin. You're the man who built this team. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you very much. It's incredibly gratifying to get to do this for the city.
When you look at the team you put together and some of the moves you made, and you had to make, in your mind, that coaching change back in January, and it all played out as you had hoped, when did you really know that this could be special?
I think we thought from the beginning of training camp we had a chance to be special, and when we weren't, when something was missing, I think we all knew it. I'm just really grateful to our coaching staff for doing an amazing job in a very difficult period of time. Ownership invested so deeply in this, and for us to be in a situation where we just weren't quite clicking on all cylinders was difficult to watch. And again, we've got a great, unbelievable core of guys in the locker room that brought it all together for us, but we knew we had this in us, and I think I believed in them maybe more than they did for a while, but
when do you think they figured it out? I mean, because they cruised through the first couple of rounds of the playoffs, got tested a little bit by the Raptors. What was your feeling on the mental toughness of this team after Game 4 when you're down 3-1?
So because we had gone to Toronto and did what we did winning there, I knew they had it in them to win a really, really big game on the road, and they knew that. They'd done it. That series really was important for us. Had we been able to go through that without any real adversity, I think we wouldn't have been prepared for this. But we're down 3-1, and we're the team that believes we're supposed to win. There wasn't a thought of we couldn't. No, nobody needed to instill a bunch of confidence in them. They knew they could win, and I think they really expected to.
You had LeBron doing what LeBron does, especially against the Warriors, and you had Kyrie outplaying the league MVP in this series.
Yeah, and again, those guys had such an amazing run. I mean, Golden State's team is so good, and to win 73 games and play as hard as they had to throughout that, I think we benefited a little bit from attrition on their part, and I think we crescendoed at the right time. We were blessed that way for sure.
I'm glad you mentioned the Warriors. As I was waiting for David Griffin, he was doing an interview with somebody else a few moments ago. Steph Curry came by. You called Steph Curry over, shook his hand. Very classy move on your part.
Well, Steph's a great kid, and ironically enough, when we were in Phoenix at one time, we traded for Steph, we thought, and we thought we had acquired him on draft night. There's a big roar on video in Phoenix. We thought we had acquired him. So Steph and I have a little history together. I'm honored to get to play against a team this good. A title and first time in 52 years in Cleveland should be this way.
David, you were in Phoenix. You come to Cleveland, you build this team as an architect of a team. Even though you feel good about it and you acquire the right pieces, you don't know until it plays out like this. Now that it has played out like this, give us your deepest feelings here.
Well, we were really counted out by a lot of people at 3-1, and I think our guys liked that. I know I liked that. I don't think I have the words yet to really describe how this feels. This is my 23rd year in the NBA, so 23, LeBron 23, our guy Kyrie being 2. Like, it's just, the whole thing was special today, really.
Congratulations, David Griffin, Cavs GM. Well done, man.
Thank you.
It's awesome.
So special.
I just talked to Tristan Thompson. Hey, I feel it. I feel it. I talked to Tristan Thompson a minute ago. We'll have that for you coming up as well, but
wow.
Cleveland.
I know.
There it is.
It's a special feeling, Tony.
Awesome.
I finally stopped crying.
Yeah.
So now we're gonna go to Tristan Thompson. I like to call him the big baby, but he is anything but. He is a beast under the basket.
At the end of the day, when your best player and your leader is calm, confident of the situation, and really just still believes, the rest of us 14 guys, we feel good. And as a leader, that's what you have to do. Regardless of how you may feel, you have to do that for the betterment of the team.
Last question. Next.
Dave Schilling, The Guardian. You guys dominated in the paint, it seems like, today. What was the key in the points in the paint advantage? Was it Bogut being out, or was there an adjustment that you guys made in this game?
Well, at the end of the day, we all know how, Bogut's presence on the court is always a factor, no matter who, no matter what game it is. Bogut's a great shot blocker in our league, and just him being 7 foot and big and mobile, when you're attacking the lane, you always wonder where he is. So obviously, he's a big part of their team, but when you got guys that are great finishers at the rim like LeBron and Kyrie, as long as you set a good pick and roll and that's on the bigs, you have a good chance of them finishing or getting to the free throw line.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Tristan. How about that?
Thank you, Tristan, for all of your hard work.
Absolutely.
Every one of them did something. Everyone did just a little bit to get them over the hump.
All right, well, we've got plenty more Cleveland 19 news still to come, as long as we want to.
Because we're grown.
That's right.
Hey, bars are staying open. We will too.
Well, it is breaking news. We are champions here in Cleveland, the NBA, and a lot of people want to get in on the swag that goes along with that. That is Dick's Sporting Goods right there. People just inside the doors. It does look like Black Friday out there in Westlake, and they are grabbing for those championship shirts. Take a look. How about that? That's what the blue one there was the one David Griffin just had on there. The 2016 across it in gold. Very cool.
Okay, right now we're going to go to the podium. My favorite player is up. I understand. J.R. Smith, he added, 12 points tonight.
I've been playing this game, fortunately for me, since I was 3 years old. That's one of the reasons why this game is so special to me. Today is so special to me. This is on Father's Day. My dad put the ball in my crib, and
Another question in the second row.
Monis Khan, ESPN. J.R. Smith, today is Father's Day. I remember listening to an interview with you talking about working at your father's construction job and knowing that that's not what you want to do with your life. Can you just talk about the role that he's played in your life and what it means to you to be able to share this moment with him?
I mean, my parents, my family, that's the biggest inspiration in my life. I've been in a lot of dark spots in my life, and if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be able to get out of it. But they are who they are. They fought with me. They yelled at me. They screamed at me. They loved me. They hugged me. They cried with me. And they always stuck by my side, no matter right or wrong. And I know a lot of people don't have their parents in their life, their mother or their father, but I got the best two you can ask for, I swear. It's 6 of us, and they didn't treat any of us different. They loved us the same. They treat us all the same, and I just want to be like them when I grow up. I mean, my dad is easily one of my biggest inspirations to play this game. And to hear people talk bad about me, it hurts me because I know it hurts him. And that's not who I am. And I know he raised better, and I know I want to do better, and just everything I do is for my parents and my family. I mean, I don't really... The cars is nice, the houses is nice, but none of this matters without them. If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be here. I don't know where I would be. Honestly, if it wasn't for them, if it wasn't for the structure and the backbone that I have, I wouldn't be able to mess up and keep coming back and being able to sit in front of you as a world champion.
Thank you, JR.
That is a JR we have not seen before. They're talking about his parents and what they've meant to his life. You know, a lot is said about JR, especially his days playing with the New York Knicks and the trouble that he had there. He said coming to Cleveland was one of the best things for him because he was able to really focus here. I think he said there wasn't a lot going on in Cleveland as far as the nightlife then.
Yeah.
and that actually helped him. But I don't think I've ever seen an NBA player.
Not unless they're
sob like
retiring.
that.
That's the only time
Yeah.
you see them, kind of break down there. But
And not JR. I mean, he's kind of known around the league as very jovial, kind of a clown, immature at times, but a lot of people credit the organization and for LeBron taking him, kind of with him and try to carve him into a champion, which is what he is right now.
Well, we're all celebrating here tonight. We're out of champagne, Ramona. Let's make a call.
Long gone.
Yeah, there you go. That is the Sea Line bus.
It's one way to get there.
With some friends on top of it, and the
Isn't
fire
that the
truck
bus
dancers.
you use to get home?
It is one of the buses I use to get home. It may take a little while.
It's a
for me to get
double-decker
there.
now.
Yeah,
Get off of Mark's bus.